Hey guys, quick review of what we learned last week in library class about how to use Noodle tools. Remember that Noodle tools is a website that we use to create a bibliography online, and sometimes it will even do our citations for us. So if you remember, first when you go into the library app, go to your school and then find Noodle tools. You're going to go ahead and sign in. Remember, your sign in is what your username and password is for the district. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my account. And then you can remember me if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and click sign in. So when I open up Noodle Tools, it opens up, you can notice over here on the project page, we have a list. I have more than you, but we had a test project that we started last week. So if I want to go back into my test project, I'm going to go ahead and click on it to actually open. And you'll notice I changed from project and now I'm going over to dashboard. Now remember, dashboard has a lot of tools that I'm not going to use. What is most important to me is actually the sources page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on sources. Okay, so here are the different types of sources that I might be using in a research project. What I have to do is just add the sources in if I use them to find information. So to review, last week we learned how to cite a book on Noodle Tools using the ISBN. And I'm going to review that with you really quick before we try and enter in a database. So to cite a book, I'm going to go into create a new citation. It is a print or in hand object, and I'm going to specifically choose the word book, and it will automatically load to the next page. Now remember, I can actually enter in all of the information here, or if I want to, something a little bit easier, I can go ahead and click in this ISBN box and type in the ISBN that I find near the barcode. An ISBN is kind of like that ID for a book, and every book is different. It's about 13 digits, 6095. Once I have it entered in, I click search. It's going to load and let it think, and then I have to select the book here, and then I'm going to import my selected source. I'm going to check it over. Yes, it matches my book. I'm going to click continue. Now all of my boxes you can see are plugged in, don't have to do anything. I'm going to click submit to save, and now you can see my new citation is right here. All the way done for me. All I had to do is create my ISBN number and plug it in. Now, another resource that you might use is a database, and a database citation is going to be a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and go create new citation, and I have a tab that actually says database. We're going to go ahead and just keep it with original content and database. There's lots of things that you can access. For example, you can get photos and books and journals from databases, but we're going to go ahead with original content. Now, unfortunately, we are not able to do a quick code like the ISBN to enter the information. I'm actually going to have to plug it in. So if you remember, there are 6 things I'm getting or looking for when I cite a database: the author, the title, name of database, publisher, date published, and date viewed. So I'm going to start with the name of the database. This is also always located on the article in the MLA citation. So I'm going to look at what database did I use to find this. Well, I use World Book Advanced. I'm skipping my library databases, and I'm going to go on to the database publisher. Who publishes World Book Advanced always comes right after it in the citation, and it is actually a company called World Book. Date of publication is always just a year. When was it published? You'll notice the article on your table is a little outdated. It was published in 2014. URL is something I do not need to include with a database citation, so I'm going to skip it. Most recent day of access. You could use today if you'd like to, but if you actually look on the article printed, I accessed this article on November the 14th, or 21st, sorry. Come on. Doesn't want me to type. In 2014. So that's the day I actually printed the article, and that's what you want to use technically, is when the article was printed or when you got it. Okay, and then I'm going to roll down to the role. I always have an author, so I'm going to put the author's first name in. I actually don't have it. I have an initial. Middle name, I don't know. Skip. Last name is Hamlin. Okay, nothing. Article title, probably the most important thing. What is it called? It's called Celts. Annotation, and the rest of it I leave. So I'm finished now that I've entered in those 6 things. Here's my author, title, name of database, publisher, date published, and date viewed. I submit, And now you can see my new one here. It actually changes to online database. So what I'd like you guys to do is go ahead on your own, log into Noodle Tools, and you are going to cite the same article that you can find on your tables. When you have this done, raise your hand to be checked, and we'll move on to the next thing.